little sip of the tea and then I'm gonna go. This is a good cup of tea. Let's go. Hi, my name is Emily and this is my first ever YouTube video, vlog, whatever we're going to call it. So I'm a little bit nervous, but stick with me. I am making this video because I was diagnosed with ADHD back in August of 2022. So that was about 5 months ago, 6 months ago nearly. And I took some time to process that information because I'm 30 and I've spent a lot of my life struggling, and I've basically been depressed since I left full-time education at 21, on and off, kind of mildly all of the time being depressed, but then having real dips when I was really struggling with things, and no one had ever mentioned to me about ADHD. And then as I got older, you know, I tried so many antidepressants and I tried therapy and CBT, and I tried changing my life and the way I live. You know, I got a whole new career and I, you know, changed where I lived. I've lived in quite a few places around the country, and I think I'm just always trying to find the solution to why I'm depressed. And I just can't seem to outrun it. So ADHD kind of came to my attention. A lot of the ways that other people have kind of found out about it. So social media, I was getting a lot of kind of things on social media that were making me think, oh, maybe I have ADHD, because that sounds a lot like me. And my partner kind of had seen these things too and said, you know, this sounds like you. It sounds like the things you struggle with. So he encouraged me as well to look into potentially getting diagnosed. And so I did. I got diagnosed. And I can talk more about that process. But yeah, I'm 30, so it's like a really late diagnosis. But the thinking behind it is that my ADHD is the reason I'm depressed. It's causing the things that my ADHD, the behaviours that I have because of my ADHD, make me feel depressed, because I can't achieve the things I want to achieve, and I struggle to stick at things, and I can be quite forgetful or disorganised when I'm not, you know, 100% me, because my ADHD has taken over. And so it's really changed the way I think about myself and the way I kind of think about my depression, I guess. I just want to try to see if I feel less depressed by treating the ADHD. I think that makes sense. I have been prescribed Concerta XL, and I picked it up from the pharmacy today. I picked it up at lunchtime, and it came in a little box like this. And inside the box, this way, little bottle of pills. The pills aren't very big. They're about, I don't know, the width of a fingernail. They're not like as big as, say, a capsule you take for paracetamol or something. They're pretty small pills, so if you struggle with swallowing pills, I don't think they're too bad. I can show you in the future. Tomorrow when I take one, I'll show you what size they are. You take 1 tablet a day in the morning, and it is a long release version of a stimulant medication called Methylphenidate. I hope I've got that right. Don't come for me, I'm trying. Concerta is the UK version of Ritalin, which you may have heard of. And obviously, like I said, mine's a slow release version. So rather than taking the tablet and feeling the effects, you know, within 20 minutes to an hour, it's more of something you take in the morning, and then it is released into your system throughout the day. I think the tablet's kind of like got layers. So the first layer dissolves and releases some of the drug into your system, and then the next layer dissolves and it releases a little bit more. So, you know, you get kind of that throughout the day as opposed to having like a peak. My current dosage is 18 milligrams. So I'm just taking 18 milligrams a day, which is quite a low dosage. It can go up quite a lot, but I'm currently in a period of what's called titration. Titration means that you are testing out a medication to see if it's suitable for you. You can see if you can manage the side effects, but also working out what dosage you need. So you start low and then you can build up or strip it back depending on what suits you. You could also end up taking a totally different drug if it doesn't work. So that's where I'm at. As I said, I've never taken medication for my ADHD before. So I guess I just want to see what happens. I am going to be vlogging my experience with Concerta XL. One of the reasons for this is when I was taking the acne drug Ritalin a couple of years ago, I did a little vlog about that. And it was really useful. It's useful to reflect on the experience that your body is having under a certain drug, and I hope it's useful for other people, whether you yourself have ADHD and are thinking about taking medication. Maybe you're already taking it and you want to know if it's the same kind of experience for somebody else. Maybe you don't have ADHD, but you know someone who does, and you want to learn a bit more about it. Or maybe you haven't been diagnosed with ADHD, but you think maybe you do, and you're interested in kind of what that means for someone's life, but also how it can be managed and treated. I know there are lots of people out there who are similar to me in the fact that they had their suspicions about, you know, potentially having ADHD, and were maybe a bit scared, or there were barriers to accessing a diagnosis. I do understand that, so it's just about maybe raising a bit of awareness, and hopefully I can make a couple of friends who maybe support each other would be nice as well. Seems to be like there's lots of nice ADHD people out there, so nice to meet you all. Cheers, see you tomorrow.